the court rejected Josh Duggar's appeal of his conviction for child pornography. Josh Duggar's conviction for downloading photographs of child sexual abuse was upheld by a federal appeals court on Monday. The former reality TV star claimed that the judge ought to have withheld the comments he gave to investigators during the search that turned up the images. The 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals panel, consisting of 3 judges, denied Duggar's appeal. Duggar's enormous family served as the subject of TLC's 19 Kids and Counting. Duggar is incarcerated for more than 12 years after being found guilty in 2021, after Little Rock police officers discovered that a computer linked to Duggar was sharing content related to child sexual abuse. Federal authorities looked into Duggar. Investigators testified that pictures showing child sexual assault, such as youngsters, were stored onto a computer at Duggar's automobile business in 2019. Duggar's attorneys contended that since his attorney wasn't there, the comments he provided to detectives during the dealership search shouldn't have been admitted into evidence. What is this all about? Duggar questioned the agents, according to the prosecution. Has anyone downloaded pornographic images of children? And that he refused to answer when asked if he had looked at such content online. These remarks were subsequently introduced into evidence during the trial. The panel of appeals stated that even though Duggar was informed of his rights, the agents who were interviewing him made it apparent that he was not under arrest and might leave at any time. The panel also observed that after his interrogation, he wasn't taken into custody. On the other hand, the court decided that he concluded the interview on his own initiative and left the dealership, which is scarcely an option given to someone who is being held. Duggar's attorney, Justin Gelfand, stated that his client disapproved of the court's logic and would consider all available options. The court also rejected Duggar's claim that his attorneys ought to have been permitted to inquire about the past conviction for a sexual offense of a former dealership worker who had utilized the same computer. After the judge decided that Duggar's attorneys could not bring up the earlier conviction, they did not call the former employee to testify. The panel concluded that by permitting the former employee to be questioned without bringing up the prior conviction, the case judge had achieved the appropriate balance. Additionally, the court dismissed Duggar's argument regarding the analyst's credentials, who had testified that the former reality star's iPhone's metadata linked him to the crime. In response to claims that Duggar had abused 4 of his sisters and a caregiver years prior, TLC canceled 19 Kids and Counting in 2015. Following a tip from a family member, authorities started looking into the abuse in 2006. However, they came to the conclusion that any potential charges had passed their statute of limitations. Following the resurgence of the allegations in 2015, Duggar's parents said he had admitted to the fondling and offered a private apology. Following a public apology for his vague actions, Duggar resigned from his position as a lobbyist for the Family Research Council, a conservative Christian organization. A few months later, he also issued a public apology for deceiving his spouse and acknowledged that he was addicted to pornography. As a result, he sought treatment.